Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. In this video, we are going to learn queue implementation using array in JavaScript. We will understand each part slowly and clearly, then we will write the full code together. Before we start implementing the queue, let's understand what a queue actually is. A queue is a linear data structure. It follows FIFO, first in, first out, and this means that the element that enters first will also leave first. In a queue, we insert element from the at the rear and remove element from the front. So some example you already know: printer queue, customer service queue, task scheduling in computers. Now let's see how we will implement a queue using an array. We use a fixed size array to store the queue queue elements. To manage the queue, we keep four things: front, rear, size, capacity. Front is index of the first element, rear is index of last element, size is current number of elements, and the maximum limit of queue is the capacity. So these four values help us control the queue properly. So at the beginning our queue is empty here. So we set front is -1, rear is -1, size is equal to 0, and the array has 5 positions and all of them are empty here. If you see, all of them are empty. So now here the main function we will implement: enqueue, dequeue, peek, isEmpty and isFull. We will write each of them in JavaScript. So a queue is empty when the size becomes 0. In the very beginning the queue is also empty because front and rear both are -1 initially, and the code is simple: just return the true when the size is equal to 0. Now second one is the isFull. A queue becomes full when the size becomes equal to capacity, or when the rear is equal to capacity -1. For example, if capacity is the 5 and the size becomes 5, then the queue is full. We will check in the code in later in this video. Now let's understand how enqueue works. First, if the queue is full, show queue overflow. If the queue is empty, set front is equal to 0 and increase the rear, insert the element in the array and increase the size also. So these are some 5 steps for the enqueue. And example, if we write the enqueue 10, the first element goes at the index 0, and front is the 0, rear is 0, and size is -1 here. Now let's understand dequeue. Dequeue is simple again. If queue is empty, just write queue underflow, means there is no element here. And if there is element, then take the element from the front at the front and move the front forward and reduce the size also. If the queue becomes empty, reset both front and rear to -1. So after removing the first element, the next element becomes the new front. Now third one is last one is the peek. Peek simply returns the value at the front of the queue. It does not remove it, it only shows the front element. So this is what we learned today. Queue works on FIFO. When we can implement it using a fixed size array, and the core functions are enqueue, dequeue, peek, isEmpty and isFull. Now let's move to VS Code and write everything and implement everything step by step. So let's start by writing a queue class queue, and write constructor. It take a capacity element, then this dot items equal to new array, and the size of this array is this capacity, and this dot front equal to -1, this dot rear equal to -1, this dot capacity is equal to capacity, this dot size is equal to 0 because initially the size is 0. Now first write the check how is empty, means return this dot size equal to 0 or not, means if the size is 0 the queue is empty. Next one is the isFull. Return this dot size is equal to this dot capacity. If the size equal to capacity, no more items can be added in this queue. Now third one is the enqueue, and it takes element to add, and if this dot is full, first check whether this queue is full or not. If it is, then just write queue overflow and make it and return this. Then check if this is empty. If the queue, if this dot is empty, then this dot front equal to 0. Then this dot rear plus plus increase the rear, and this dot items is this dot rear equal to element, and increase the size also, size plus plus. So in enqueue, I first check if the queue is full here, if this dot is full, and if it is empty, I set the front to the 0. Then I increase the rear and store the element here, and then increase the size. So this is just a basic array operation, like items of increase the index here, just put the index here and store the element here in the array. Next one is the dequeue. So in dequeue, first check whether this is empty or not. If this dot is empty, then console.log underflow, means there is no need to check further because the queue is empty, and return this. Then const item equal to this dot items and this dot front, means we take this value, and this dot front plus plus this dot size minus minus, we because decrease the size. And if check if the queue is empty completely after removing this element, then make this dot front equal to this dot rear equal to -1, and in last return this array, this item, but we just extract this from dequeue, from this array. So in dequeue, I return the item at the front, then move front ahead and reduce the size. If the queue becomes completely empty, I reset front and rear here. So last one is the peak. Peak is used to give the front element. If this dot is empty, means there is no element in the array, then in the queue, then just simply return. Else return this dot items, this dot front. So now let's write the code for this const q1 equal to new queue of length 5. Now I want to insert, if I run this console.log q1 and run here node 31st, and I get a queue having the items 5 empty items, front is -1, rear is -1, capacity is 5, and size is 0. If I add one queue dot enqueue 10, q1 dot enqueue 20, and see what happened. Oh, I forgot to write this console.log q1. See, now the queue has items 10, 20 and 3 empty items, means 3 items left, and front is 0, rear is 1, capacity is 5 and size is 2 because I have only 2 elements here. If I want to remove element, q1.dequeue, just write q1.dequeue and implement. Wait, I think I would write this q1. Now this remove the element from this because see the size is 1 here. Okay, let's try the q1 dot peak to check the top element. Now again run this node 31st. It does not give, oh, forget to give q1 dot. Okay, I have to console this q1 dot peak. For this console dot q1 dot peak. Now if I run this, I get 20 here because I forget to console log this and it only returns the value here. So that's why these are the small bugs. So and that is for this video. If you understand we understand their operation and their complete array-based implementation in JavaScript. If you find this helpful, please like, share and subscribe to JDCodebase. Thank you for watching.